Hello, welcome back to our game of Shadowrun. A few hiccups as we got delayed today to fix technical issues, which is always fun. Though we do seem to be getting a bit of feedback noise from Jeremy's headset at the moment. Okay, so we're up to session number 81, or season 2, episode 43. It's still the 17th day of the 5th month of the year 2051, and the characters are at the Young Elven Technologists Hall, dealing with a run for Harliquin. I'm sure that won't go badly.
Never has before.
Currently on the run, we have Jeremy.
Good evening all. I'm playing Person Deadshot, the elf who grew up almost into Seattle, but has picked himself up by his bootstraps and risen to the dizzy heights of slumlord and entrepreneur, with apparently some family connections along the way that had no connection with his rise at all, but apparently there might be other people out there, and they've got some connection with some impressive piece of motorwork and armour that he picked up along the way.
I'm sure it won't go badly whatsoever.
Never.
Joining us again after missing the start of the story of this part is Ross.
Yes, I play the lovable womp healer of the party, follower of Ecky Thump from the BBC Pantheon, and apparently recovering from a bender from the troll friends that he met from the last time that from the Elven, what was it? Elven fascists?
Well, the technological
the Elven fascists.
Young Elven technologists.
Yeah, young Elven fascists. Yep.
And also joining us is Izzy.
Hi, I'm playing a Poppy, everyone's favourite marker, especially now that you've won reasonably well. Just ready to see what's going on, and listening to everyone needs a bit of personality. I'm here to make sure that we can jump on around with any situation.
Okay, and as we have 3 people here at the moment, we get 3 dice to see how well everything's looking for you. Well,
That does not look good.
it is. I'll switch
actually.
over to the.
Is that 5 white?
That is 5
Ooh.
white.
But that is not good for you. What was it? What happens with 5 white? With all white?
If it's all white, you can remove one of my dice.
Ah, okay. But that flips one to black, correct?
It does not.
Oh, okay.
There's a
So
choice
that
of.
means we can't actually flip anything. Oh no, we've got lots to flip, haven't we? We've got 5 to flip.
Yeah, we've got lots of flips. It's just that if you don't want to flip, you can get dice re-rolled if you wanted to. Oh no, removed I should say. But we can't remove this is.
So we have a very unusual 5 white, so obviously it's in the favour of the runners today.
Okay. I'm still the only dice roll that goes in our favour for the night.
Well, considering I'll be rolling most of the dice because there's no table roller to make it easier for you, such as Ariadna, it will make it harder for you. As a reminder of what happened last session, we had characters going back into the Young Elven Technologists as a extra run now that you got all the information you needed to do the run. They went in, they pretended to be part of Talon's entourage using magic to make people think that one of them was Talon. and using one of Talon's IDs. I'm sure that won't go badly for Talon in the future, especially if they forget to tell her which one they used. And they broke into Eron's private suite and apartment and left the package on his desk while hacking the financial institution and leaving trace of the hack back to the Elven technocrat. And just as they were
found in the young Elven technologists subsystems,
and just as they were jacking out and getting ready to go, there was a big boom. And speaking of big boom, we have joining us Josh.
Hello.
good evening.
Should I say, pleasure to meet you all. My name is Nero. I am the cyborg of the group, and I like to dabble my time into troublesome pasts of mine. So, yeah, Nero is the cyber hacker of the group. He's got a lot of cybernetic hardware and stuff just from a previous bad event of his past that he relates anything to big booms to. So he suffers a little bit of PTSD basically.
He's probably too engrossed in checking out to hear the big boom, so he'll be fine.
Well, doesn't Nero also carry a large sword as well, so he can do a lot of hacking as well?
Not as far as I'm aware.
I thought you were a samurai as well.
No.
Wait, we have a samurai? No one told me. I'm disappointed.
No, I'm sure.
I run along the same lines as espionage spy, but not a samurai.
Okay, so just to give a heads up to Womp and Poppy, you've basically found out after the fact that they were finishing their run without you back at the Elven place. So I'm assuming Womp managed to pick Poppy up on the way to say, hey, want to have some fun at some elves' expense?
Sounds like a great time.
Yeah.
Especially elves who believe they're superior to everyone else.
Does that mean they actually frown upon Poppy because Poppy's got a plant growing out of her?
They'd probably frown upon Poppy because Poppy's not elven.
Okay, for some strange reason, I'll keep on referring to her as an elf. Probably because I'm associating the plant as nature and things like that, and keep on referring to her as a dryad.
Well, you could refer to her as a flower child.
True, I am aware of that because that is around about the same time period as watching all the 70s TV shows.
Yeah.
Reading!
Yeah, technically, Poppy would make a better elf as far as the other guys were concerned than as far as the technocrats would be concerned.
Mm-hmm.
So,
yes,
She's just awesome.
yes.
Doesn't know how to read it.
It's the humans that wanted to be elves to be elves.
yes. So, that's it. So in their eyes, Poppy would make a much better elf than any elf would. Especially elves from this young elven technologist group.
That is correct. Because they have a rather interesting bit happening, as I will change the map to make it a different map to give you some idea of where everyone is.
Yeah, we don't know what we are right now. That's nice.
Okay, I will change our picture over. Okay, so... And I've even given you a grid to give you some idea of how many meters everything is away. So each red square is a camera.
Ooh.
And at the very bottom of the screen, on the bottom left, is one Womp and one Poppy. That's the ground level.
And in the top right corner is where we are.
Yep, and you are down Shadow.
Yeah.
So you no longer have her masking.
Yeah.
So
Oh, that's actually, we used part of the masking to actually get into the building, didn't we?
you did, and
Part of
now that he's gone.
But yeah, and that was part of the fact that that's how. Who was it that got put in? Look up his Nero.
Where was that?
Was that sorry, yeah, it was Nero that got made to look up my Talon, wasn't it?
Yep.
Yeah. So Nero looks like Talon.
He no longer looks like Talon.
Okay. Well, have you got any idea where you can bring him from?
That I'm about to do everyone's initiative and see how you rock out. Because hey, I'm sure it's going to be useful not actually going first. As I'm just currently writing down all the different players you've got to deal with. Okay, so what are people's vigilance? Because it will be a vigilance check for you today.
Yeah.
Mine's 1 yellow, 4 green.
Okay, we shall do Womps first and see what he turns out with.
Yeah, I don't have any enhancement.
Okay, so that is 1 success and 5 advantages. Okay, what is Poppy's vigilance?
Poppy's vigilance is 4 green.
Is what did you say?
4 green.
4 green. Okay. Okay, so that's 3 successes and 4 advantages.
Neat.
What is Desrin's?
Just checking, has Declan got any strain at the moment? Carried over from the last session?
Looking at him, he has 1 strain.
Because that's in fact, he did the parkouring out the window, back through the other windows and things like that, so he did it, worked himself a bit. In which case then, he will take 2 strain and roll a yellow and a green and add 2 successes.
Yellow and a green.
Rapid reaction.
Okay, so that is 2 successes and 3 advantages. Because that would have gone down worse if you hadn't have taken the strain. What is Nero's initiative? Vigilance.
Vigilance, 1 yellow, 3 green.
Are you going to roll yourself?
Not at the moment until Em gets back, because she's put the dice somewhere and I don't know where.
Okay, so that turns out to be 4 successes and 2 advantages.
Wait.
Okay, so now I'm just going to do some of the other people you'll be dealing with.
I was about to say, did you want to...
I'm not sure I like how you phrased that, so...
Obviously, Orb and Toby have arrived in time for the party, or they brought the party with them, not the...
The party's always working.
I have Hollow and Bolt if you wanted to roll them as well.
They don't get rolled in unless she's here.
Okay, just making sure.
So the longer she's away, the longer it's going to take.
That's right, I'm sure we don't need them. Fine.
It gives me time to find these silly dice that are somewhere in the room.
A bit late. If we're going to get I'll be heavy.
Okay.
Oh, he's a winner. He's going for it.
It's always fun when you go, hey, do I have enough dice?
We only get worried when you don't have enough dice.
Well, it is
Okay. Always funny when some of them get abysmal rolls.
What, you mean like Dex rolls? Added success.
Okay, so I have a base setup of what's going on. And for Ross and Izzy, you've arrived at this place that you've been told the rest of them are having a party that you missed the invite to.
Well, anyway, it's the same place that want to just be escorted out of. And if you're out,
Yeah, but they'd gone back without inviting you along, and then you get an invite from a certain Johnson who keeps hiring you for some reason. Can't imagine why. And basically saying there was more work to be done. And as you show up, you arrive just in time to see a bunch of guys with guns and blades kick in the door in front of you and rush in, and you hear a boom come from inside.
so that bunch of guys is the 5 figures in front of them.
There are 5 figures in front of them, yes, and another 5 came in from the other side.
Yeah, no, that's right, a bit of a walk, confirming the map layout, but
Yep.
that those images were, so, yeah.
That is correct. Go, Ross.
Could we tell what they were?
They were rather medium-sized humanoid with frizzy hair. Doesn't look natural, and some of them have APN on their jackets.
APN. Do we know that?
Some do, some don't.
I don't.
Was Poppy there for it or not? I don't know. He wasn't there at that point.
Poppy was not there for that.
So
So
the option recognised APN as the Association Canadabilis.
But it's
i.e. the overlays that think that all elves should be.
I thought we dismantled most of them.
Well, we certainly hit them what we thought was their headquarters very hard, but hey, we might have missed a few. And it was actually, it was a, we hit the Seattle group, the Seattle-based group. They might have called in outsiders.
Okay, so we've got two extremists fighting each other. This is basically a rescue mission to get our friends out and let the two parties kill each other.
Okay. That seems doable.
Okay, so which character wishes to go first? Because the others have heard the boom, you've heard the boom, and a party member may go.
Is Hollow or Neo actually jacked in still at all?
Hollow will be jacked in until M shows up.
In which case, can we get Hollow to put up a visual of all the internal cameras so therefore we can see what might have caused the bang? The bang was definitely felt like it came from inside the building or outside or just on the perimeter when they tried to blow the doors from our perspective?
You're not quite sure. It's just a huge, big bang.
Did the building shake much?
The building shook.
Okay, right. Yeah. I'm thinking that if we can get Hollow to open up the camera displays, because she already had them, hadn't she?
She was in the middle of jacking out, but you wish to spend your action telling Hollow to go back in and find the security feed.
Yeah, I'm happy to go with that.
Okay, so next slot is a character slot. Who wishes to go next?
Okay. Does I can go? I could probably buff Izzy up to make her a little bit more survival.
Just trying to think. So we're bottom left, red blocks the camera. We have no idea where we're going. Is Desmond with us, or is...
It's only just one thing.
Yeah, it's just us two. Desmond's inside, so I was thinking of buffing Poppy up, increasing her brawn.
Really too worried about brawn, unless...
It makes you soak more, and you've also got a little bit more. Yeah. Let's see if I augment with Holy. Wolf strain. Or melee attacks. You can affect spirits in the astral plane. No, I'll just use this bit. So I'm going to augment Poppy, increase her brawn, and give her haste.
Okay, so you're doing the augment. Let me see. What's your dice pool?
My dice pool is 4 yellow, 1 green, and 2 blue.
4 yellow, 1 green, and 2 blue. The difficulty is
it's increased by 1 because what I'm doing is haste.
So base of 2 purple.
Okay, empowered.
Okay, so
Actually, that would increase it to 5 purple if I did it in power, wouldn't it?
let me see. What have you done?
And
You've done haste. So
Yeah.
haste adds 1 purple. What were you going to do next?
In power, that would only just give her additional 3 hit points, correct?
Okay, what is your magic rating? 6. So that would definitely give her 3. Sorry, looking at empowered. Yes, you would have 3 more hit points, unless you use a corrupt point, in which case you would get 6.
And then I actually have to make sure I roll 2 white dice, because it states I need a magic point to activate it, correct?
That is correct, yes.
How do I feel lucky? So that would...
Maybe it's for help people feel lucky.
Jane's not here.
Oh, if Jane was here, I would have actually I would have augmented it as holy, so your attacks would actually affect spirits and that.
So, are you going to?
Yeah,
do that?
I'll do that. So that'll be 5 purple.
And if you read it correctly, you'll also note that it also makes it into 5 red and a purple.
Oh, okay. In that case, no, I won't do that then.
Because unless you can reduce it any other way, every time you empower it, you automatically upgrade by your magic rating. Before anything else is done.
Okay, so in that case, if I wanted to do that way, I would have put holy, because that was the one that lowers it. But no, I'll just keep with the standard 3.
And you can't empower it without adding holy or fire, or you have to add something when you empower it.
Yeah. No, but I bet saying I would have. So basically, you probably need to have a separate start saying this one has to be associated with holy or whatever.
Well, it says to activate the element.
Oh, okay. Fair enough.
If you're not activating an element, you're not using it.
Yep.
Okay, so let's see. Some of these go away. So you have 1, 2, 3, 4 successes and 2 advantages.
Okay.
So you're giving a boost to Poppy's brawn.
Brawn.
We're just making sure I put a note in here. And so that is 1 white used for that. Are you sustaining it?
Yeah, I will be sustaining it. Plus, Hoppy's also got haste as well. What else?
Okay, so while that's being done, I'm going to introduce M.
Hello, I am playing Hello, your very tiny and multicolored hacker, who is pretending to be an elf, I think. Did we get, or are we just invisible? I can't remember.
You've lost that.
Looks like neither at the moment.
Oh, neither at the moment.
Shadows disappeared.
Oh, great way.
I mean, people always complain that it's there's room that disappears as soon as the fighting starts. Well, we live in real companies now.
Cool. Well, I think I only just jacked out of
Well, technically, you're still in.
Starting to jack out, and Desmond said, "What the hell was that?" Telling you we're going to do this to find out. So.
Oh,
It's not your
right.
character's go yet. We're just getting your introduction, and you'll have to roll some initiative.
Oh, sweet. Yeah. I don't know what that was. And then I rolled for initiative. Wow.
Desmond was obviously gathering up his sniper rifle he'd laid on the bed before we started it, but he said, "What the hell was that?"
Hello. What would I be using as my initiative, given that I'm still
Vigilance.
jacked into the system?
Vigilance.
Vigilance. Oh, green! Hey! Can I have that, please? Thank you.
You found the dice?
That. We found the dice.
She hid them deep in a box.
Yeah, they were actually pretty deeply hidden in a box. Vigilance.
Yeah.
Oh, green.
Yeah, as long as it's not a severed head.
Yeah. I feel really great. 3 advantages.
And who was that one, Hollow or Bolt?
That was Hollow. Because I haven't introduced Bolt yet. And speaking of Bolt, I'm Bolt, your ever lovable puppy, and not the sharpest bolt in the shed. I just heard a really loud bang, and that sounded so much fun. Let's go look. And then his vigilance is, God knows. Back to overview. Go to Bolt. 2! Yay!
What is now
I also
cursing
feel
himself?
really great with 2 advantages. Funny.
Just making some notes. So you got 2 advantages?
Yes. And I got 3 advantages for follow. I feel really great about my initiative score for everyone.
But what can you see on the cameras?
I don't know. We've yet to find that out.
Okay, so let's see. Just making notes so I can reuse stuff. Who is taking the initiative slot? Is that going to be Hollow?
Ask the question, so I guess so.
Okay, so Hollow is up.
Am I in the node to look at the cameras?
No, you just gotten yourself to the node to exit. You'll have to jump a couple of servers. You can jump 2 different gateways, getting you to the security server, doing a 2 maneuvers, giving you 2 strain.
Sure.
Okay, so that puts you on 3 strain and 7 tags.
Mm-hmm.
And yes, you're in the security node.
What do I see?
At the moment, there's a whole lot of activity going on in there. Apparently, they're on high alert because you see their agents all looking actively and scanning everything, including you.
Uh-huh.
Okay, what you see in the matrix, not seeing what's on the cameras yet, is that right?
That is correct. She's entered the security node. in the middle of a danger situation.
Yeah, this is gonna go so well.
That's how one of it is.
Yeah, thanks, Ezra.
Okay.
You're already in the system, you know, the camera's under your control, so you'll be able to quickly see.
Okay, does your rig give you any bonuses?
I think so.
As an agent is currently scanning your avatar.
I know I have, where do I find what, programs I've bought before?
I'm not sure what programs you've bought because you can only run a couple on your remote rig at a time.
Mm.
And they're normally icebreakers, not utilities. Okay, so I will give you, I'll use your deception skill as how it's trying to see if you are who you're supposed to be. What is Hollow's deception?
My deception? What's discipline? What's deception?
It would be into social.
Social. 2 green. But what does speak binary mean?
Speak
the character
binary.
either grants a boost blue dice to the rank of this talent or social skill to get a droid to perform any task.
Basically,
that
works with drones and works with convincing agents to do things.
Technically, you're trying to convince the agent you're supposed to be there. It's not my count.
How many ranks of it do you have?
1, I think.
Where's my black dice? Here's my black dice.
Yeah, I haven't really.
Okay, so...
Oh, it should have like a 2 next to it, but I have more than 1, right?
You know, until you've got to go by 2 or by 3 and things like that. If you've got
Yeah, no, so it's probably just 1 level because it doesn't have any.
No.
Okay, so... Looks like your account has been hacked. You have been flagged as an illegal on the system.
Sweet, well that's probably my opportunity to get out of here then, because...
Not really, because it's not your...
You might do something to you before you can run.
You've run to this spot. You still have to exit the other way, and you can't do another move in the server now that you've done 2 moves.
Okay.
You've tripped to the security coming into this server.
Probably did you had so many marks and tags all over you before you went back in there.
Oh,
What were you doing that for? Going to the security section.
Well, she hadn't quite logged out since doing all the bad stuff.
Probably should have. But hey, I can can I try and blow them up and then leave?
You want to try to take out the agent?
Can I?
Do you have any? What programs do you have? Because it generally requires a program to use against them.
Yeah, I was trying to find where you look up the programs again.
Programs are currently all on Matrix section.
Matrix.
And they should be under the title called Programs.
I am trying to find Matrix. Yeah, Matrix Gen.
On the plus side,
Programs here.
from the system's perspective, you've barged in and you're trying to blow up the system from the inside at the same time as someone from the outside, so they might think you're in cahoots. And what does was going to look too carefully as to why you were there in the first place.
Well, I mean, like we wanted to leave a trail and
We want to leave a trail back to the unevolved technologies, not necessarily in the unevolved, for them to be chasing and then have time to clear out. But I probably think that you're part of the whole group that's attacking anyway, so...
Yeah, probably.
But you're also human.
Not my tricks.
Well, as soon as they look at where the person's logged into, they'll see that he's not human.
No, but there were the roles that went in the room, so...
Here we go.
Go for the puppy dog.
I think I'm trying to look for names that sounded familiar. Battering Ram sounded familiar. Garrot sounded familiar. So advantages stop and alert. Sentries 2, I'm not entirely sure what that means.
Sentries is the type of program it works against.
And I'm up against a sentry, right?
You are up against a sentry.
Well then, Garrot sounds like a good program to try and run against it.
Mm-hmm.
I'm trying to remember, I had 3, I think, but you're saying I can only run like 2 at a time, right?
You can run generally 2 and a thing with it. I'm just going to quickly look at because I do have the gear on the rig should be under gear somewhere.
Yeah, that's what I thought, but I couldn't see it. So maybe it's dropped off on some of the updates. Yeah, gear notes is empty on Hollow, so...
So you would have a portable rig. You can have 2 icebreakers.
Yeah, well, I think Battering Ram and Grot sound really familiar.
Mm-hmm. So they're the 2 you've got.
What does Battering Ram do? Doesn't say. Okay.
I've got the basics in front of me on a book, so I can look it up.
Okay.
Battering ram generally works on barriers only.
Okay. Yeah.
And it's noisy.
Yeah. Yeah, so that would have been good on like that big door that we came across last time, right?
Yep, except you would get each check would give you a tag.
Yeah. No, I also meant against the big door into presumably SoCal's server.
It could have tried to use that to get in there, but not guaranteed it would get through. You have to beat the strength of the wall.
Yes, but I could have tried it, but I didn't. But yeah, okay, so Garrot sounds like the way to go right now. Stop the alert, and then maybe try and get out of there, because I don't want to get caught up in fighting sentries with just a basic rig. Hi, doggy.
Okay, so you find yourself up against an archer.
An archer. I'm not entirely sure how these rolls work.
Okay, so what you're going to have to do is going to do a hacking check using your tool. It's basically
Hi, doggy. What do you want? Yeah, that's it.
So do a hacking check.
Yep. I'm going to use distinctive style, which gives me the 2 successes and 2 threat to start with. And let's see if I can clear that out. I have 3, and 5 without the upgrade. Have we rolled upgrades?
We have, because it's rolled as soon as I introduce the first players who are on. Anyone after that, unfortunately,
We have five white, so any bad dice that you roll, except for a despair, can be removed.
All white were rolled. The limited dice to start with.
Okay, so what is the strength of your Garrot? Strength 2.
Strength 2.
Okay, so your difficulty is 3 red and 2 purple.
3 red and 2 purple. Okay, well done. And 3 red. Alrighty. Too many dice to fit in my hand, but that is fine.
Programs will get some love soon as I update them, as I have magic and abilities.
That takes out that. That and that take out that. That takes out that. That. So choose, well, on my dice, 2 successes with a triumph, plus the 2 from my distinctive style. So that's 4 successes in the triumph. I have 1 advantage left over, which takes 1 of the threat from my distinctive style, and that leaves the one threat.
You can try to counter the threat.
Sorry?
Okay. So Hollow got 1 strain from doing that one.
Okay.
And yes, you are able to boost your icebreaker enough to take out the archer.
I'm making noise. We'll find out if that's gonna kick me in the ass later.
What could go wrong?
What could possibly go wrong?
Hey, if you had a roll to despair, you would have lost one of your programs.
Awesome. But wouldn't that be taken out because I didn't, or I could have asked it to be taken out? Because we have a white.
You can't take a despair out.
Oh, I can't take a despair. So what would that have removed a failure then?
You could have removed 1 dice from the pool.
Or 1 dice from the pool, right? Okay.
Which is if it had been rolled on screen, I would have gone through.
Oh, right. Okay. Yep. Sorry. That's fine. All good.
Hey, if people are doing it themselves, I can't help.
No. That's fine. I know.
Okay, so
But rolling dice is fun.
so you're still in security node and not sure what's happening next, as it is another player's turn.
You, Poppy and Bolt are still act, haven't they?
Bolt cannot act because Bolt cannot go
Paul
next
has
to
the
him.
last.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Okay, so we'll go Nero and Poppy.
I think the best thing for me would be to try to find out off Womp, like, who the hell are these guys that have just rocked up, like, what's going on? And try to push through.
And Womp, you'll have to explain on your next action.
Yeah.
So answering someone in return is a little too much information to do out of your turn.
Fair enough. We can start to, I guess, progress forward slowly. We're trying not to draw the attention of the what do we call them, ARP or APN, who are breaching the perimeter at the moment. So if we can hold a bit of distance between them, but enough to see what's going on, that would be ideal.
Does this mean you wish to enter the door?
Yes.
Because the bad guy is right on the other side of the door.
They're right there on you.
I'm misunderstanding then. That's it. Alright.
Does that
So
mean
we
you...
had a bit more space. We've seen breach.
You've seen him breach literally just before the spell was cast on you.
Okay. That soon. In that case, I don't really feel like engaging with these guys just yet. It seems like a trap.
All these things are a trap.
Oh, okay. Just trying to think if there is something I can do aside from like just kind of getting ready to press through in response to something, but I'm not sure there's much else we can do until we see what's actually going on.
You can choose to not act and let someone else act.
Yeah, let's just let it play out a bit more, I think. There's nothing else from my side.
Did you want to use your action or let someone else take it?
Let someone else take it.
Okay, so that someone else is Josh.
Who was potentially waiting with the rest of us for response back from Poppy. Not Poppy, Hollow.
Yeah. Euro will try to keep Hollow safe for whatever threat may be coming.
Does this mean you go to the door?
Back in again, or you go to the door? Yep.
I'll go to the door.
Okay, so that is basically 4 meters, which I believe... What's your strength or agility?
My agility is 5.
Okay, so you have no problems making that sort of movement as a maneuver. Do you wish to draw any weapons? Because at this stage, none of you have weapons out.
Poppy is on, so it's fine.
I am going to draw out my my Firestorm. My Mark II Firestorm.
Okay, so that's sets you back 2 strain as a second maneuver.
Okay, that's fine.
Okay, so that brings us to one of the other people getting to go. Okay, so where are they? Okay, you can yell. You can hear someone yelling out orders in Elvish. Well, peripheral as it's actually used in the setting.
Which, does any of it actually speak peripheral?
Unsure.
I wouldn't feel like necessarily, so we can recognise it, but...
Is that a different version of what's in Ireland?
It can be. Did you learn the Elvish peripheral?
Only in Ireland.
You probably understand it then. It'd be a different dialect, potentially.
Well, the UK area. It could be a different European one. It could be anything.
I think as far as the elves are concerned, Unless you're speaking, if you're not speaking Squirrel, you're not speaking Squirrel. So, Keenan Log and Cheating Guy would speak the same Squirrel. They might have different accents, but they speak the same.
Okay.
Okay. Let's see, we have...
Is that voice coming from the second floor or the ground floor?
that one's coming... That one's on the second floor.
Oh.
Just trying to read what it's saying, how far they're moving. Okay, so that one moves to there, telling people to do stuff. This one moves to there, also telling people to do stuff. Okay, then we have person down here yelling something in what sounds like meaningless drivel to Womp. So the person in front of you down here is yelling something out. Sounds like a made-up language to you.
So they're basically Tolkien's Elvish.
Technically, yes, they are using Tolkien's Elvish. As the one on the other side is also yelling something out. Okay, then we're up to here and... He goes... Right, just trying to look at the different things at the same time. Okay, and then we have a few other people going. Silly me, put a book on all my cheat sheets so I could read things.
Oh man, the enemies don't have stats. They
Oh no!
a red mist all of a sudden. Yay!
What a tragedy!
That means you've got full armor.
That's where
Doesn't that
Martin,
make me have full armor?
no, that's where Martin makes up the stats and things are a bit more terrifying.
That's right.
This is where we go, oh shit.
Okay, I believe that's a bunch of people have moved, getting themselves into perfect position. And then we have the sound of gunfire downstairs. As you hear the sound of pistols being fired. So these people will...
Is that near one eye or is that?
In your direction, literally.
Ah, shit.
Because, hey, you just happen to be right where they're shooting.
That's right. You're shooting in your direction, but you might have some cover at the moment from the people that you're aiming at.
Well, you're not inside, so there's a good chance you won't be hit.
If the people shooting are good shots, you won't be hitting.
If I turn the green, I won't get hit.
Okay, what is my distance? Distance is 24. So that is going to be 2 purple for them. And apparently they missed.
Does that mean copy of one pretty larger?
As you can hear the sound of bullets hitting the door and going through it. Okay.
Yeah.
So, we're moving on to this one. He basically pulls a gun and shoots at the people right next to him. Apparently he hits, but he is not doing so well for doing that. But he hits one of those. We're just trying to get all my things in line. And does a whole 1 point of damage.
That guy's dead, obviously.
This guy runs to the door and does the whole shoot at them point blank. Apparently successfully. But he does take damage for doing drawing at the same time. As he hits that one there for a whole 0 damage. Well, sucks to be him. He tried his best.
Not for the ability of shooting at.
Okay, so these guys are trying to run. They have... Okay. And that brings us to a party member.
I think we've only got... Oh no, we've got Poppy and Bolt left, haven't we?
Yes, it is. It's either Poppy or Bolt. But considering Bolt's supposed to be last, that makes it Poppy's turn.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, I have absolutely no idea if we want to be engaging with these guys. Let's see.
Well, bullets have come through the door you're about to go into. Do you really wish to go there, or do you want to say I'm holding back and skip this round?
Yeah, no, I'm definitely...
We also got 2 maneuvers too.
Drawing my weapon and trying to move into a place where I have the most advantage without going inside, I think. That's probably the best I can do.
There is a window next to you. That blue section is window. But there's also holes in that now that the locals aren't very good at shooting, so they hit the window as well as the door.
Yeah. But the best I can do is I'll try to very cautiously and quickly glance through the window and then pop back, keeping my back against the wall so I don't get shot or risk getting shot.
You can see a bunch of elves coming down the stairs with weapons out, roughly looking like they're techno elves. So currently we have Goatee with headwear as the techno elves. The leader in the background, for example, where we go? Come on, work. We have that for the leader in the background.
Yeah, so Desmond should have gone his neutral style.
Whereas we have, this is the majority of the APN members. And
hey, you're human.
and this is the current APN member telling him what to do.
Okay, you're an elf.
Oh no, he is plastic.
Oh, he is plastic. Okay.
Either that or it's been grown. That grown is.
Whereas you also have one of the upstairs security guards. Followed by...
Just confirming, we heard on the second floor, we heard the orders being given into Perfield, but there was no banging on the doors or anything like that, was there?
There was not.
Over that.
Okay, so what would... Poppy's done the weapons. What would Bolt like to do?
So I'm upstairs with everyone else, right?
You are.
Yep.
I believe this is...
Apparently in the form of a little puppy.
Oh, that's
I believe
right.
this is our Poppy power up here.
Yeah,
Yes, but I
Yeah,
no,
you're in crappy form at the moment.
yeah, aren't I in like a standard poodle form at the moment?
Yeah, was Green Garden, standard poodle. So not that little, but certainly fluffy.
Yeah,
I believe you are
with a
poodle.
lion cut and they look like purple or something. Or,
That
or
sounds
no,
about
it's like
right.
a lion or a tiger, I don't know, something like that.
You're a fuzzball.
Yes. Yeah.
Crappy cappy doo.
You know what would be hilarious? Going into dire form as a standard poodle. That would be funny as.
You already see what happens in the Hulk. I think we'll see.
There are large poodles, and they pretty much are vicious little things when they want to be.
Yeah.
It's sort of like people saying how wonderful a swan is until you actually piss off the swan.
Yeah, don't piss them off. Don't piss them off, don't go near their young. Bolt. Bolt. Now, my question would be, because I'm not in like one of my standard wolf forms, if I was to do like a dire wolf form in my current form, I would have to roll for that, right?
You would, yes. And as you're currently sustaining this form, it would reduce your dice pool accordingly.
Yeah, so my dice pool at the moment's 4, right? Because I'm sustaining this.
Yeah, it is it is currently 4, yes.
Yeah.
Or you just cancel your puppy form.
I mean, they don't know we're here yet.
So remember the fact that technically they do know we're here, but they know that a group of elves with Tarlet came in and were guests in the apartment.
Yeah, but they don't know what on.
Yeah, that's right.
This distraction is probably quite good for us. I don't know if I want to go out of this form yet, because now this is my next question. If I was to go into my standard wolf form or my dire wolf or like my hybrid from this form, I wouldn't have to roll. But if I did something in this form, I would.
Remember, the run started, Desmond said that Desmond told Hollow to effectively go on the camera so we see what's going on.
Yeah.
So...
we don't have any window or anything on our floor.
window.
We don't have a window?
Desmond went out the window to get to Aaron's apartment.
Oh, that's right. Yeah, you did climb the roof.
I had done the damage wrong, so I added on the extra points of damage. I looked at the wrong card.
Also, I gave some damage.
Yeah.
Yeah, I thought it on it, so... Yeah.
I'm gonna wait and see because so
Okay.
if I get to transform into my wolf or dire wolf form, I won't have to roll for that.
That is correct.
Do I get? Yeah, I mean, I could try and do an augment, but again, like my magic rating is already sustaining something. Yeah, I'm gonna wait. I'm gonna wait and see what happens.
Thank you, okay.
Okay, so that group chooses to shoot at the guy at the other end of the bar because, hey, that's the sort of thing they like to do.
Don't shoot them. Not until we lose any shotgun. In the bar.
Okay. Interesting. That's going to hurt a lot. So they shoot at the barman. That is 2 successes and one of them takes some damage.
I'm personally insulted by that.
You're personally insulted that they shoot the barman?
I feel like Talon definitely would be.
Okay.
Well, only because Talon was only at the bar when the shotgun and the glass got shot out actually went hit the bar.
Okay, so it is 5 damage with a piercing of 2. So that means that they will take 3 damage here. And this group is trying to rush up this way. And they're going to shoot at the other group who was just shooting at them. Because, hey, they've now played.
What they're shooting? They're just kind of firing free for all.
Well, considering it's a bunch of elves and elf wannabes, it's pretty hard to tell what's going on.
You know what's funny? I literally just said that to Josh. I was like, this is a bunch of elves and wannabes, like, facing off.
We don't technically know that yet.
No, that's why I was saying it offline to Josh. But it just, Martin said it, like, literally just after that.
Okay, so they take one of them down. Technically, he should go down on 0. So he gets an extra damage. Just trying to get it zoom in a bit so you can actually see where you are a bit better. Okay, so that is the all the groups done. As it is now the computer agent's turn, but he got shut down by Hollow. So Hollow's lucky because it was then going to try to take out Hollow. I'm sure Dump Truck would have been fantastic for the rest of them to deal with in the run.
Oh yeah, this would have been great.
Okay, so round 2.
Right.
Yeah.
Party members go. Who wishes to go?
I mean, like, I could go first. And is there any other?
Everyone in the room is waiting for Hollow's report. So
I know,
Yeah.
which is part of the amusing side of things because
Yeah.
it takes time.
absolutely, from our perspective, we don't need to be doing anything in the meantime, except possibly gathering weapons and being prepared to act. But the intent is to do nothing until we know what's out there, or until Hollow comes back and says she failed.
Is there any other sentries in this room, or all the rest?
No, there was only two of them that were. Oh, there was only one of them that was active at the time. Servers rarely have more than one ice on each node, but each subsystem may have their own hidden ice.
Yeah.
But your authorization has been broken, so your higher privileges are gone.
Yeah.
You've been fired.
Yeah.
Just in time for Robocop to act on the OCP.
I mean, I'm in this room, so I could probably look at the cameras, right, without...
I know you have to access that. It's not automatic.
No, but like, try to access that from this room. See what I can see. Presumably I'm not... Like, I'm hoping, if I do a successful roll, not to activate any, like, subsystems or sub-alarms.
Yeah.
Do that before having to go back through the other nodes, because I'm probably going to have to fight those now that I don't have the access. Or just try
Or just jack out directly from where you are.
Okay.
Or jack out from... Can I do that? Do I have to go back out the way I came?
If you jack out, you take dump shock equal to the distance you would have travelled.
Right, but don't... I have protection against that, don't I?
Usually, yes. But we don't actually... Do you have the BMI interface?
I thought that came standard with that rig.
Sorry, I'll have to jump around look at a few different things here.
That's alright, because I thought the reason why I picked that portable rig was that it had some of that stuff on it.
It's also
protection.
The portable rig is also how you can run more than one program.
Yeah. So forgive me, because it's been a while since I've had to, like, look at that. Actions, examples, drones, tools? Is it under tools?
Portable rig does not have a BMI. It's basically just a high-powered computer to give you access to run other things.
Oh, okay, right.
Technically, we should have other programs that you could run that can either give you stealth, protection, or other utilities. But we don't quite have them in this.
Yeah, right. Okay, so, like, for now, I wouldn't have that, and I'd have to take the double shock if I come out of here.
Pretty much, yes.
Okay, alright, well, I'm gonna see if I can see anything on the cameras and get a report, and then I'm gonna jump out of here, because...
So, it is a hacking check.
Hacking check. Luckily, I have dice that I already used last time.
Difficulty is 4 red.
Okay. All red dice. Yep. Okay. Can I take out one of the red dice?
Yes, you can, as long as it's not a despair.
Oh, so I still have to roll them.
You have to roll
Yeah,
those.
you roll them first and then you can
And then I
tell
can,
what.
right. Okay, you roll them.
Because if you roll 4
I'm gonna-
despairs, then you can't take a dice away.
Yeah, right. Okay, yeah. No, that's fine. I thought. Sorry, yeah, sorry. I thought you could take it out before, but no, that's fine. You use distinctive style. 2 successes, 2 threats to start with. Doo-doo-doo. That one. Yes. That goes to that one. So I had enough advantages to take away the 2 threat from the distinctive style, and that leaves me with 3 successes, 2 advantages.
Okay, so you bring up the cameras. You're able to focus on the people in the building. You can see that there are a group of people with fake ears on, making you think they're from a Star Trek convention.
And I know those are the people from this place.
One hasn't done with the APN before.
Oh, okay, right.
But you know not the people from not the actual elves who are in the building.
So you've got people with fake ears on.
Okay, alright, okay, yep. and that's the people attacking the barman, right?
That is correct.
Okay, right, cool, okay, yeah. Alright, so if I can, I'll like, is it like a message display to Desiree?
And can you display what images on the cameras on your screen?
Oh, probably.
Mm-hmm.
Or send a feed directly to Desmond's eyes?
Why?
Yep, you can, as long as Desrin's allowed you permission to get into his network.
Probably not. I'll just display it on my screen.
To be honest, it's more the idea when you're attacking armies about what she's
Okay, I think the answer to that is fuck no, but anyway.
Well, I did it from Hollow's perspective, not from Tatiana.
real life.
No, I'd probably just display it up on my screen, my own screen, my own rig. Yeah.
Okay, so yes, you do see the fun and games downstairs. Who wishes to go next?
Okay, so Desmond take a look at the camera feeds.
Perception roll.
Perception. 2 yellow, 1 green.
2 yellow, 1 green. It's an average check.
I'm assuming that if there is a blue or black dice involved, it won't really be affected by the fact that any effect is not caused by smoke and darkness. I suppose there might be smoke and darkness effects in the form of the yellow.
Blue dice didn't help you.
No, fair enough. You take it to do.
Okay, so looking at it, you got a triumph and 2 advantages. You know you'll
Doesn't he remove one of the dice?
Is that a triumph without a success then? You mean like all the successes disappeared?
technically, unless you remove the purple failure dice.
I'm not that fast on it right now.
Well, technically, you should be removing one of the purple dice. Which one would you wish to remove?
The one that had the most negative impact. If there was a failure, I'd get rid of that one. But
okay, so you succeed, and you do recognise that the 2 APN members closest to the doors were some of the survivors of your attack on their headquarters. So they have seen your face.
and closest to the doors, and down the bottom floor we're talking.
So there's one there closest to the outside exit,
Oh, yeah.
and one down here closest to the outside exit.
Okay. Can we see Poppy or Walt at the present time?
Not yet, and neither of them have thought to contact you, telling you they're there.
No, that's good. I was thinking like, it didn't look like any of them would be on camera from where they were, so...
So the red boxes are where the cameras are.
That's right, so it's just confirming that particularly the angles of them. So,
Not that I didn't contact them,
in this
but
case,
I
then,
wouldn't give away their position if I did.
Sorry, could you repeat that, Izzy, because Jeremy was speaking.
Oh, sorry. It was not that I didn't need to contact them, it was that I didn't want to give away their position and have them all shot if I did call them.
All good. And so, Jeremy, what else would you like to do now that you've seen on screen?
Jason's going to finish, we'll start packing up the sniper rifle, because figuring it's not going to be useful to us right now, and encourage people that, hey, I think the window is our best escape point.
You still have the rappelling gear.
Right, and if you don't jumping out of a window or climbing up a wall even accidentally, it's probably safer than going through the middle of a gunfight. So.
And as you turn and look, you notice the window's actually open. Maybe that's where Shadow went.
Yep. But yeah, as I say, so that'll be Desmond's turn. He's effectively gathering up his bits, packing down his sniper rifle, and saying, let's go out the window.
Party members up next. Who wants to go?
I'll go.
What does Womp wish to do?
Okay, I pull out my hand cannon.
Yep.
Okay, and take the Poppy. Human elf extremists, elf wannabes, bad news. And then I'm going to go and take. Can I actually see the leader?
No, because the door's currently closed over.
Okay, I thought it was actually busted open.
Well, technically they kicked it in, but it didn't stop it from coming back. It does have one of those hinges that shuts it after it's opened. It wasn't locked when they kicked it in.
So, what I would like to do is take a shot at him. So I have to open the door.
So that would be a maneuver costing you 2 strain.
Yeah.
So that should be putting you at 4 strain loss now.
Yeah.
And what would you'd like to take a shot?
Yes.
Okay. He is at point blank range.
Is that the leaders at point blank range?
Yeah.
Yep, that's
What is your ranged light?
Ranged light is 1 yellow, 1 green.
1 yellow, 1 green. Do you wish to upgrade?
No.
Well, technically you can take away the threat.
I'll take away the threat.
What is the crit rating of your handgun?
3.
You just missed out on critting. What is the damage rating of your weapon?
Is 9.
Is 9. Okay, so does it have any other bonuses associated with it?
Unless I want to flip a point, but I don't think so. If I flip a point, I can add my intelligence to it.
Okay, so let me go. So yes, you hit them. They're still standing.
Of course I would be still standing.
It would then be another character's turn. Who would like to go? Would Poppy like to jump in at this point?
Absolutely. Once hitting someone, I guess that means it's time to pull the trigger. So, time for some dissonance, I think.
And what are you going to...
The door's open.
The door is open, thanks to Womp.
Yep, so targeting the same bad guy that won't targeted, I'll use
You
my...
can also aim as well.
Pause. Let Izzy go, please. What was that, Izzy?
I'll use dissonance to at least targeting the same enemy that won't targeted.
Yep.
So that's a verse check for me.
So you're using curse.
Dissonance.
Ooh.
Are you just trying to look at the right character here? And you said dissidence.
Dissonance.
Yeah, but my brain's not making the word mean things right now.
I'll type it in chat if it's easier.
It might be because you have weapons and you have dissonance. Okay, so let me see. Is that an ability? Dissonance. Okay, there it is. Okay, so now I know what it is. My brain didn't figure out exactly what it was. So I did get the right word. I just couldn't figure out what it meant.
It tends to have a different meaning in Shadowrun. Deep stuff. So.
Okay. It's literally melting the brains of the targets. So I think it's a verse check.
Yep. What is your verse?
3 yellow, 3 green, 3 blue, and 6 white.
Blue and 6 white. And it is versus 2 purple. Do you wish to upgrade your check?
Doesn't feel like we need it.
Yeah, let's upgrade it.
No.
No?
Let's go remove dice.
Oh, it's that's the result now. No, don't do that. Sorry, I didn't realise that was the result. Okay. Yeah.
Well, hey, in that case, it didn't really matter too much on the scheme of things because it was only one threat rolled in total.
Really?
Yep.
I can't see it properly on my screen.
Let me see what's the screen showing because I can't.
It's
not really good.
on my phone, so it's hard to see.
Okay, so you've got at least 1 white to activate it, and for each success, you generate 1 enemy within medium range suffers 1 wound. For each advantage, each enemy affected suffers 1 additional wound. Okay, so you got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 1, 2. You got 7 successes, so that makes it 6 targets you can hit.
Yep.
So do you wish to hit everything you can see?
I'm going to hit all of the. Is it the APL that won't targeted? The plus E guys? Or is it the
well, it's hard to tell the difference between them at that range.
Purple? Purple versus white, right? That's pretty much what I'm saying.
So there's orange circles and whitish circles, but hard to tell from this distance unless I zoom it right in for you. But you can basically, from the party's perspective, that's the 6 you can see easily. That doesn't let me highlight for you. Okay.
I'm assuming we won't targeted one of the ones who just breached the door in front of us.
That you can target 6.
I understand. But the person won't targeted was one of the ones who breached the door, is that correct?
That is correct.
Alright, I'll target the team.
And you can also give each of them an additional damage. So you can damage them all for 2.
Perfect, so let's do that.
Because basically it bypasses all soak.
Yeah.
So yes, that was a rather detrimental thing on their side. Okay, so...
Or at least on A side.
Okay, so the other team now gets to do their catch-up movements. Okay, that one is now shooting at the bad people who broke into his place. As long as I don't throw the card away that has all the information.
Nothing important.
Okay, so he gets 1 yellow and 2 green.
Martin,
Yep.
with those advantages, can I hear my strain with that?
Which advantages?
Well, I had 2 advantages.
What if you had called it out at the time?
Oh, yeah, fair enough.
Basically, you need to spend them or they just get lost.
Yeah.
Okay, so he feels very ineffective shooting at a bunch of mooks. As he got no successes on his attack roll. Okay. Now, in response, the guy at the bottom turns around and he's going to shoot at Womp because Womp's the big target.
And obviously they came in with those bunch of people kicked down the door. Through the same door.
Yeah, and you've got a black thing. I can't get rid of any of your dice.
That is correct. Do you provide any setback? Do you have any defense dice?
No. I am a leak sack, a shield. I do not have any set. Oh, wait a sec. No, I do have my Kevlar on. That is 1 black dice. Forgot about that.
Okay, apparently it did nothing for you.
On the plus side, there's no crits.
No,
4 damage, is it?
he actually has accurate, so he got 3 advantages, meaning he crit.
Okay.
For 7 damage. How much damage gets through your soak?
2.
2 gets through?
Yep. Yeah, I am not like Flogger, which that would have bounced.
Okay, I now roll percentile dice to see just how devastating that is.
Fortunately, we're going to give them like Flogger.
Go for it.
Okay, so apparently it is 12 on the critical hit table, meaning you got a sudden jolt. You just dropped your gun. Okay, so the one on the other side is shooting at the guy in the door. But he is aiming. Okay, so that's a triumph. That guy dies. Okay, so... We have one guy doing a run to see what he can do. And then we have... Okay. And then we have our bunch of little mooks who are still alive. So this group now moves a little bit closer down. And trying to shoot at that other group of mooks. Because, hey, that's what they like to do.
Mook v Mook.
Mook versus mook.
Very mooky.
Apparently they were quite successful. 3 successes. No drawbacks.
They obviously worked all together.
He's having to see how much he has, so he takes... They gun down 2 of them, evening their odds. Okay, so that now brings us to party members who haven't acted, which is Nero and Bolt.
What's happening in the realm of maps?
In the realm of
The maps.
the maps, well, you hear people running outside the door, and behind you, Desrin said, "Go out the window."
That's right.
Go out the window.
Yep.
Well, Nero's not built like Flogger. I don't think he'll be jumping out the window anytime.
He doesn't need to jump, but hey, there's gunfire on the outside of the door, or there's a small drop into the garden outside the window.
Plus, there's a grappling line that someone left attached. Not saying any shadow in particular.
Yeah.
Nero is going to wait for it, please.
Okay, so that brings us to Poppy Power.
Can I?
To get that Poppy and Bolt now have to team up, so it can be Poppy power.
Someone said jump out the window. Though I'm smart enough now to not just blindly follow orders and jump out the window in my dog form. Yay, smart.
You could literally pick someone up and jump out with them.
Well, in and out, you mean?
Yeah. Who's in the room with me? Nero,
Hollow
Desrin.
and Desrin.
Oh, hello. Okay. I mean, I know I'm smarter, but Bolt would still totally just be like, yeah, let's jump out the window, and like just go for it.
I'm not good at my accent, a question of intelligence. If all the direction is being, there's shooting outside that we don't have to be involved in. Let's go out the window and finish our run.
Yeah, that and the fact that Bolt absolutely hates guns and gunfire too, so he would probably take that chance with like a flying leap, and literally flying leap out the window. Can I do like a really cool like transform midair and like land in my like big old form or hybrid form?
Why?
Because funny.
Wrong question. Why not?
I know, yeah.
The why not is simply answered by the fact that we've come in here and apparently we're a group of residents or guests who are now trying to escape from gunfire in this madhouse.
Okay, can I
If
stealthily...
there's any cameras outside and we're looking up for the same grid in, which we're not going to do because of obviously issues, but...
Well, it is raining, so you're not going to get great visuals outside.
Exactly. So, but
They
yes,
just had a really existing story.
there's no reason to draw attention to yourself, I wouldn't think.
I mean, I'm currently a big fluffy poodle that looks like a tiger or something like that.
But the point is, you look like that coming in. That's not what I'm saying, not your attention. I'm saying the fact that you're not drawing attention that's different to what you've already drawn.
Well, let's see if I can survive a two-story fall in this form then. Let's
It's only
go.
one story. You only going to have one story.
Oh, one-story fall. Okay, well that's fine. Let's go.
Okay, so you puppy power out the window.
Uh-huh.
Does that mean she pees out the window?
No, she'd probably pee on hollow, then go out the window. Isn't it always pee on the... Oh no, it would be Desrin, because Desrin's the most good-looking one here.
And I don't like Desmond either, so sure. Alright, either that or I fart in his face as I jump past him.
Okay, so a resilience roll.
Resilience roll. That is 1 yellow, 4 green. Green. 1 yellow, 4 green. I am not gonna upgrade.
The difficulty is 2 purple.
The difficulty is our manacles.
Sorry, what was the difficulty again?
2 purple.
2 purple? Yeah, I'm actually. Three successes, 2 advantages.
Okay, so you land and take no damage.
Do I have any strain? I don't think Bolt has strain. I know Hollow does.
No, Bolt hadn't done much, I don't think.
Bolt has 2
No.
strain from the previous session. Bolt still has 2 strain from the previous session.
Oh, can I get rid of those then?
You can.
Yay!
Okay, so in retaliation, the entire 2 gang members here shoot back at that other group. Because, hey, they're sort of not looking at no retreat, no surrender. Not a bad roll. But that did end up being 2 successes and an advantage. Damage of 5 with Pierce 2. Means 3 damage gets through. Not enough to take one down. But the other group shoot at the barman again because, hey, that's a thing.
One group's really annoyed with another group, and the other group is just annoyed at the drink prices.
And the barman has plot armor.
That's because I shouldn't shoot the pot rather than perfectly appropriate plot armor.
Okay, so that brings us to round 3. Who wishes to go first?
Yeah, I will.
What do you do?
I will bend down and grab my gun.
Mm-hmm.
While I'm getting back up again, I'll shoot him again.
Okay. Not very often you've been shot and dropped your gun.
Yeah, I would aim, but I don't want to take the additional strain.
What is your dice pool?
What? 1 yellow, 1 green.
Would you like to upgrade?
No, thank you.
Okay, you take 1 strain.
And I will flip a white to do additional 3 points of damage.
Okay, so
That'll be your lessons.
how much does your weapon do?
9?
Base of 9.
Yeah.
And so that means 12 damage.
Yes.
Leader goes down. Who wishes to act next?
Desmond's indicating he's going last after everyone got out the window, so...
Okay, so Desrin isn't acting yet, so who wishes to go next?
I'll go next now. I'm going to prepare myself for the dump. Can I be prepared for dump shock? Does that help?
It does help because you'll be making a resilience roll.
Obviously, it's better to deliberately jump out, take dump shock, than be pushed out and take dump shock.
Yeah.
What are your ranks in resilience?
Resilience. I have no ranks.
Okay, so it will be 2 red dice.
No. This is not going to anyway. Actually... Oh wait, I already know the difficulty. Is it too late to upgrade?
Technically, yes.
Technically, yes. Sorry, you said the difficulty before I had a chance to sort of think about it.
Well, I did ask what your what you had.
Thanks, Chris. It'll be fine. You've only got to stay awake long enough to fall out the window. You'll be fine.
Don't get just that. 1 success, 2 threat.
Okay, so that will be 2 strain. So could have been a lot worse.
Could have been worse.
So that takes you up to 6 strain in total. And that's the end of your action because dump shock.
Yep, that's fine.
Okay, who wishes to go next? Will Nero bundle up Hollow and jump out the window?
Pardon?
Will Nero bundle up Hollow and jump out the window?
Yes.
Or grapple down.
Yes, I will grab Hollow and drag out window.
Is it the jump or grapple of maneuver?
Jump.
Okay. So you can easily do that with a grab and a jump. So I am going to make it a resilience roll for you as you land.
Resilience. Sweet.
What is Hollow's brawn?
1, 2.
Okay, so how many ranks in resilience do you have?
None.
Okay, so that will be 4 red as your difficulty.
Sorry, as Hollow or as Nero?
As Nero. Hollow's not having to make the roll. Basically, if you had as much resilience as the difficulty, it was purple. Otherwise, it got upgraded to red.
How much strain have I taken, Martin?
Down for you have 2 strain.
Wait, what was that?
2.
I'm down 2. Okay, cool. So I succeed, but I definitely sprained my ankle with 4 threat.
4 threat, so that takes you up to 7 strain. It could have been a TKO.
Could have been.
Okay, so yes, you have landed outside the window. Currently, that means I believe it is Desirand who said he was holding for everyone else to leave.
Yep.
Everyone has left.
I will disconnect the grapple so that I can be retrieved outside, and then do a coordination climb down the wall.
Okay, so it is a coordination check.
2 yellow, 3 green.
Versus 2 purple.
Okay. If you can roll that, please.
2 yellow, 3 green. Would you like to upgrade? I should have asked that before I did the difficulty.
The only reason I've said yes is because Jason can show off to these people of, why the hell didn't you use the rope? And if you were going to use the rope, why didn't you climb down? Why jumping out the window?
You got a triumph.
Yep.
So you got a triumph and an advantage, so you actually managed to fall some of the way.
Okay.
You do it with style, though.
Yep, that's fine then.
So I'm going to say that you have a... I'm going to put it down as a critical injury, minor nick.
Very pretty cool. Okay. And if there was did you say there was an advantage at the end there?
There was a 2 advantages.
Okay, I'll take off 2 strain.
Bringing you down to 5. Damn it, 5 minus. Okay, so that brings us back to the people inside the place. Okay, so Mr. Guy up over there decides he wants to get rid of these interlopers who are breaking into his place. So for him, that is... Okay, so that is 2 successes and an advantage. Which has accurate and does 8 damage. Are you just having to... Yeah, not enough to get through onto the other one. But hey, it was interesting. And these ones are basically milling about up here at the top of the level, trying to figure out what's going on. Okay. Then we have this guy up here. He is moving into some sort of cover because, hey, that's what he does. And it would now be these guys are the ones over here getting a go, as they are trying to shoot at the last remaining guy they can see, because hey, there's always interesting people to shoot. So there are 3 of them. So that's that and that, and they aim. Always fun when people use the aim roll. And that looks like it's a hit. Surprised. For 4 damage with Pierce 2. So it sucks to have been the other group in their line of fire. Okay. That brings us to Poppy's turn. What would Poppy like to do?
I think it's probably fun to try to take out the rest of the people and then make our escape.
Well, you can't easily see anyone because everyone's currently out of view unless you stick your head in the door.
That seems...
And technically, you guys are still going up for the rescue, aren't you?
Yep.
Because of the great team communication.
That's right.
Yep, that's definitely the case. Given that there's gunfire and whatever else, I think it's probably time to try to reach out. I'm assuming we can. We'll try to call the team and get an idea of their location so we can rescue them.
Okay, so you find that your phone is currently ringing Desrin's phone. He was the one supposed to be here. You have tried getting Tarlin's phone, but she hasn't been answering. Who knows why she doesn't answer. So you get Desrin on the line. What do you say to Desrin? Assuming Desrin picks up.
Yeah, so what the best time?
We're here to provide cover to help you escape. Where are you?
Are you the guy shooting at the front? Because we're going at the back, we're out of here.
Alright. We'll go. That's fine. I'll pass the message on to them that already left.
Oh, okay, thank you, no, because we did get the fucking unit, didn't we? So we saw that they had the APN actually attacking, so...
Yeah, you did see it was the APN attacking, but technically they were out front of the building, so your terminology was correct.
No, that's right. So it was saying with the confusion, are you guys kicking the building? No, okay. But yes, end result, you should be leaving.
Yeah, we'll leave. Noting that.
Okay, so we go out of encounter as long as Womp's in agreement.
Yeah. I would really like to have resurrected those elves, but I don't think throwing too much divine magic around here is probably be a good idea.
Who are you looking to resurrect?
Two of the elves that got shot.
Well, 3.
The ones that kicked you out because they were sluggish bastards.
Yeah, those ones.
On the plus side, the barkeep didn't die, so I would have actually resurrected him.
Wasn't he the one that called the security?
No, security called him.
No, the barman called security when you tried to pull Harlan down off the table, and Desmond, as another elf, was thinking, what the hell is this troll relating this troll for disrupting?
I'm sort of happy that I got rid of one extremist.
Okay, so yes, you do make it catch up with each other while running away long before sirens show up, because you are in the Pulliet Barrens after all. It's not really a high-class place for the police to show up and help.
I was tempted to resurrect the guy and then we can question him later, but too much of a problem afterwards.
And we completed the run. So no need to buy trouble.
Okay, so I'm just trying to remember how much you were going to get paid for it, because they were going to dump the money on the party.
Isn't it a shit ton of money if we did it right?
It was. That was where I was trying to find out, because you did it in the middle of a meet. So let's see.
And I'm sure Jason needs to negotiate the price of it. Although we didn't Harliquin, weren't we? So we're not.
You were negotiating with Harliquin directly. And he was sort of dressed obscure to basically look like he was someone else. But
he wasn't obviously Harliquin at the time. Although I think, did we know it was Harliquin?
you did know it was Harliquin.
We did know, yeah, okay.
Yeah, I think his grin gives it away.
Okay, where was then? Oh, there it is. I was in the wrong section for it. It'd be really nice if I could know the button to say search for the Nuyen symbol.
That would be a useful one.
Yeah. Which is why I use credits instead, because it's searchable.
Yep.
Okay, so it is 40,000 each.
Cool.
Yeah, as I said, it was a shit ton of money each.
Wow. A couple months pay.
Yeah.
Well, it also came with the fact that you might have been killed in the crossfire.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah, Jason can get the 40,000 while sitting in the apartment boxes for 3 months.
Okay, so yes, you do get a bunch of money each, and you make it back to Redmond. Is there something you guys would like to do in the meantime? Now that you've you weren't tagged as the people responsible for all this bad stuff happening.
Black coffee.
It's one thing that Jason wants to do if we're going to get a downtime at all is get some gene therapy done. Because he was going to get that muscle coordination thing that I thought he already had, but apparently can't find on that's a non-existent. So.
It may have dropped
getting
off.
augmented.
He was getting augmented, yes.
Yeah.
Okay, so I'm just going to quickly look through the characters, and basically some of you will be getting a bunch of extra money. So let me see. Bolt will be adding it will be 40 to 100 credits. to his current stash. Desrin will be adding, where is it? We'll be adding 58,500.
Just a quick question, Martin.
Yep.
Is the total amount that we've earned from these jobs on our character sheet anywhere?
Nope. It's up to the players to keep track of, or the character loses it.
Yep. That's fine.
I can start adding them, but I haven't had the. I haven't started doing so at this stage.
No, that's fine. I wasn't sure. Thanks.
Okay, so that brings us to Nero, who should have 42,100. Because that includes the 40 from this mission.
Yay.
Then Poppy has 41,300. Because that includes the 40 from this mission.
41,300. Okay.
Womp gets 41,400.
Okay.
So basically, you're getting added on your monthly income, meaning that we have rolled over into month 6.
Sorry, Martin, I'm not actually sure. Has Poppy been previously awarded the money? 'Cause I don't have any record of that. I'm not sure if it did happen and I just didn't record it, or if it didn't happen.
Let's see, the last time it happened was way back on the 30th of October last year.
So definitely not. Cool, I haven't missed anything. That's fine.
That's okay, because I actually keep track of when I give it to people.
Cool.
And I believe Talon... sorry, I missed Hollow. How dare I?
Just what to say.
So Hollow should be 42,000. And then Talon should have hers noted down as well for when she makes it back.
I'm probably going to spend all of that immediately on getting a better read.
Will be 48,000 for Talon. And Shadow, even though Shadow won't be back for a while. Shadows was 42,000. Hey, the runs give you lots of money, but it also means you're generally going to have to spend downtime to avoid people going, hey, where's my cut? Okay, so you have roughly had at least a few weeks downtime. I am happy to give you 4 weeks to a month. Well, 4 weeks to 2 months, basically, if you'd like it.
Yeah, okay. So everyone would like to, spend 25 XP to pick up Master Merchant, and therefore get 25% off his purchase of buying his key monster.
Then get the gene therapy.
Yep.
Though I do believe you've already paid for the gene therapy.
Alright?
Yes, and I
that's
just
good.
believe it's not actually put on your character yet because I had.
We haven't gone through the gene therapy, but you haven't added that. But that's not part of the equipment. Okay. What I really had.
So I'm just noting down. I need to add muscles to you.
Yeah, so it gets this, enhanced muscles coordination is what the.
You can get some subdermal armor as well,
What for?
just in case you get shot at.
If it's not gene therapy, Ross, he's going to start taking penalties with his magic.
Yeah, I thought there was. I haven't looked at that stuff. That'll just get suit up all the time.
Oh, yeah. You say that like a bad thing.
Okay, did anyone else wish to purchase stuff in their downtime?
Yeah, Hollow will upgrade her rig, because experiencing Dump Shock was not great.
Okay, so basically you can buy the BMI interface, and I'm expecting custom code to assist. Would you like anything in particular for the custom code? Because basically you can pretty much add bonuses to skills and stuff.
Is that just online, or is that...
It is, all this is protects your avatar versus the other agents and hackers online.
Yeah, okay. I want to take a leaf out of like Shadow's book and like try and be an invisible entity on the web. Like, I'm not there. This is not the avatar you're looking for, kind of thing.
Okay, so you can buy a stealth pack, but the stealth pack will cost you basically the rating 1 is worth 100 credits, rating 2 is worth 1,000 credits, and it keeps going up from there. And each rating gives you a yellow dice to the skill.
Yeah.
Or a red dice to those trying to see through you.
Yeah. So what would be the highest?
Rating 5 would be the highest.
Okay, so that would be...
Beyond your current reach, I believe.
Yeah. So it would be like a rating 3. How much would that be?
Just doing the maths now. Would be 10,000.
Okay, that's not too bad. So buying the BMI rig, I'm not sure how much that is.
It would be less than 10,000 for a basic BMI rig.
Yeah. Plus the icebreakers I already have. Could I buy more?
You can buy more icebreakers, yes.
Well, there's other types of program utilities like Agent Bot, Overwatch, Remote Window, Drone Interface. Are they stuff that I can use?
They are all stuff you can use.
Yeah.
You can technically get a lot of that stuff to assist you. Just trying to jump into Matrix stuff right now.
No, yep.
Well, by the way, you can also buy drones. Unfortunately, we don't have any on the drone page, but...
I mean, I don't have to salvage drones anymore? Yeah! That sounds great.
Okay, so... Oh, yeah, sorry. The Agent Bot Cloak, Drone Interface, Overwatch, Remote Window, and Search Bot. They're all the basic tools that you should be able to use.
Yeah.
I knew there was a section there, I just kept missing it.
Yeah, it's like right down the bottom. Yeah, like 550 is the base.
Yes, and trying to find where those programs are in the book is always fun. Yeah, I'm sure I'll find those at a later point, but we'll just assume that you can pick those up if you wish to.
Yeah.
Most of
maybe,
them
maybe I'll make
fairly
like a
cheap.
shopping list and send it to you, Martin, and we'll
Yep.
see how much I like burn through at that point.
Yeah, money can be burnt through rather quickly.
Yeah.
Okay. Does anyone else wish to get themselves some stuff?
I'm not sure on how to go. Can I message you a bit later to sort stuff out?
Yep, you can do that, especially after you get other things sorted out.
It's also, like I say, I assume we're probably not really going to try and do much more shadowrunning tonight per se, so
Yeah.
probably a good night to discuss any plans you might have.
Mm. What sort of things would Poppy be looking for?
I haven't had a good look at what type of equipment, anything I can do with regards to her magic or even social improvement things. That's why I want to kind of have a dig into it and see what options are available. It's like for example, she's using her voice, but she doesn't have outside of that, she doesn't have an actual magical instrument. So that something like that might be an option.
Well, she can get a magical musical instrument. The base price of it is 200 credits.
Yeah.
And depending on what it's made out of, it can give you different things. Let me see, I just have to dig that book out because it's not all up there. A lot of things didn't quite make the transition to the site yet. And I kept trying to fix things in the background. Okay, so what Bone does, if you cast an attack or a curse, they heal 1 wound. So if you successfully do it. The Oak is the basic one. The Hazel one, when you generate a triumph, when using it, you may roll a boost and add it to the result without expending the triumph. Then there is the Willow. If you successfully cast the spell, you get an advantage. And the U is if you successfully cast an augment, barrier, or heal, you get back 1 strain.
I somehow get your Poppy going much more with the U and Willow rather than Bone.
Yeah, I tend to agree.
Like any of those trees.
Yeah, Oak is basic, right? It was Hazel adds a boost to result in a triumph. Willow adds a success on a success adds an advantage.
Yep.
And
you will basically heal a strain if you succeed, just not anything caused by the spell.
Yeah. Yeah, cool. Note that down. I'm thinking Willow's probably... Well, actually, Hazel's very good at adding the boost die on a triumph. Is very useful. Especially when she's making like adverse checks where there's a significant number of diving rolls.
And what sort of musical instrument will it be?
That's a good question. I was thinking either go something a bit classic like a guitar, or the other option would be to do something like a craft like a microphone or just something like that. Actually, where she can really boost the sound.
Go to the electric field.
She's going to end up playing a little devil with Georgia if she gets a pedal, that's for sure.
Well, these will only work with spell casting, so it won't help your dissonance.
Yeah, I assumed.
But guitar would work well. Bagpipes would also have worked. You could even go marching drum if you really felt like having this big, huge drum hanging around.
Interesting.
And bird whistle would also have worked. Though dog whistle would have been the more interesting one because you'd have Bolt getting really pissed off with you.
I'm not looking to pick a fight with every party member.
Hey, well, only Bolt would hear it. Or maybe Desrin and the other elves may get a bit of the hearing as well because they of the it's nice to have elf ears after all.
Yeah, thinking the I've made a note of it, so I'll come back to you. But I think that's a good start. I'll have a look at some of the armor and other enhancement options as well. I'll let someone else have a reshuffle and have a chat about it, because I've got sort of a bit to look into.
All good, so I'll jump over to Ross. Do you have anything in particular you're looking for?
I'm going to go to Surge and get a fitting for some customized armored clothing.
I'm sure that will be able to be arranged, built and delivered in that time frame.
Yeah.
Especially if we push it out to the end of the month.
By that time, my gun that I've also paid for should have arrived.
It should have, yes. Anything else Swamp is looking for?
Passing uni.
Okay, spending time at uni.
No, you didn't want to spend time at uni, you want the pass.
I also trying to do research on this blood curse.
I mean, I'm sure with 40 grand you can probably buy your degree. You don't
I've actually got more than that.
Yeah, but you don't actually have to learn anything to get a degree, surely.
No, I do need a pass, so I then get access to the magic stuff. It's actually going to cost a fortune, like the rings.
Mm-hmm. And there are even actual magical items you can buy, which you can't do unless you've proven that you are a decent mage. Where did the magical items section go? Because there are actually quite a few amusing, interesting magical items available already. So yes, you can actually get elven boots, which allow you to move faster.
That might be something for Poppy because she's incredibly slow.
Well, what it does is allows you to move twice your normal distance.
Do you actually need to be magical for that? Actually, no. Bolt's already got magic, so yeah.
So it doesn't care about the person using it. It basically just gives you those bonuses.
Ooh, how much is that?
That is currently not for sale because no one has met the requirements to get them.
That's right. The impossible getting access to a seller that's as much a problem as the buyer. So.
As there are quite a few different items available to those who are in the know. And once you graduate, you find out about rune magic. But non-graduates don't get access to that.
Right, graduates. I think I'm missing something.
The graduate, because people who go to the trained university will find out about rune magic after they graduate. So if your character hasn't actually gotten a degree in magic, you'll never find out about it. So Ross's character has been spending time, even though he's not an arcane caster, studying magic through university.
Well, there should be some divine casters there, isn't there?
Not a lot, because most of them are the doing it via ritual and really controlled casting. Whereas you get a lot of you can literally learn a lot of your stuff without actually going to uni.
Yeah.
The benefit
but
of
I'm
the
also
divine.
trying to find out about all the other magic as well, because I'm going to be going up against it, so I need to know about it.
Yep. Okay, so what about Nero? Does Nero have anything Nero is looking for?
Nero will probably be looking into cybernetic equipment, just to help him with his investigations into his past.
But remember, you've got the issue with your low brawn of you can't actually take much cyberware.
Nero can have 2 bits of cyberware, not counting what he started with.
Oh, okay, so the starting stuff doesn't count towards it.
Yes, because that's the advantage of taking a cyborg, is your starting cybernetics don't count against your limit.
Ah, well, there you go.
And he took 4 cybernetics, which is how come he's got 2 above his limit.
Yeah.
He's technically not used any of his limit yet. And he can also upgrade his existing cybernetics. So if you look down at it, you've got a rating 0 cyber arm, you got rating 1 cyber eye, rating 1 cyber brain, and rating 1 cyber heart. So you can literally change those around.
And remembering that if people are looking for things that can't get hold of, everyone might have the contacts. But he's laid up in hospital for a while, so I don't know how long the recovery from gene therapy takes, but...
Probably makes you sicker as a dog for at least a week.
Yeah.
Martin, with Bolt,
Mm-hmm.
I normally don't spend money on anything, but is there any shamanistic things I can get or learn more transformations as I'm learning that I can do these and that some of these other forms are useful?
You can.
Is that something?
You can spend a bunch on potions from Trixie to allow you to do stuff.
Yeah.
Because Trixie does have potions that will give you bonuses on things.
Yeah.
So you can get a acid flask where you can harm people with acid. You can get bottled courage, which will give you upgrades to your discipline check to resist fear and coercion.
Yeah.
A health elixir, which will give you some healing. I'm just reading what it actually does. It doesn't actually heal you, but they can stabilize you.
Yeah. My next question would be, is there another type of armor, now that I have the transform with clothing,
Mm-hmm.
is there a better armor I can get to get more, like, wound threshold?
Wouldn't
I
you,
think I just have, like, the standard leather.
what you would be looking for is things that give you soak and defense,
Right, yeah.
because things that give you wound threshold are very rare. So there are some magics that will do it, but very few things will increase your wound threshold.
Yeah, sorry, I think I got those around the wrong way. I meant soak. Sorry, I got them confused.
All good. That was
yeah.
why I was stating it in that way.
Yeah. Sorry. Armor that gives me a greater soak value. I think at the moment I just have like a standard like leather, like Kevlar armor.
And hey, there's a good chance that you may actually get some magic armor based on Trixie.
Yeah. Now that because the reason why I hadn't really upgraded it or thought about it, I had thought about it, but because every time I transformed previously until I got that transform with thingy transform gear.
Any gear you have would get lost.
Because you are amongst the best in the world with Primal.
Yes.
So you're not a slowpoke in that respect.
Yeah.
So there's a good chance that you have hit the point of they would literally open up a few doors for you, which most others wouldn't get.
Yeah.
Though I think Poppy would get something similar with verse as well. Let's see, what's her verse again? 3. Not quite there yet. One more rank and she can get access to that sort of stuff too. And Womp with his 4 in Divine, also amongst the best in the world.
Yeah.
So each of you should be able to get some arrangements. Like Womp might be able to get some divine boosts to his clothing.
Ooh. Divine braces of healing.
They will most likely be in line with your religion, not your skill set.
Okay. Divine braces of thumping. This is the braces. Yeah, this is the pants braces, not the arm braces.
No, it's the sledgehammer of health.
No, it's an actual backwooden. You lucky thump.
Yeah, and that's it. Sledgehammer of health.
So yes, there are various rules on giving people upgrades as well, magical wise. So I can see Bolt and Womp both getting it in the downtime, and Poppy learning that after she gets her instrument that she may be able to enhance that further down the track. But instrument in the first place is always a good start.
Yeah.
I don't believe we've missed anyone there, have we?
I don't think so, no.
I guess the other question would be whether people have got any XP to be spending as well.
Okay, let me have a look at your characters then. Because we can actually...
I wasn't sure what happened there, so...
-5 was because if you have a look at your character, a whole bunch of things have been added to it.
Okay.
So if we look at Poppy, we'll start there. You'll have 10 XP after this session. And if you look at your skills, each skill has empowered, each spell has empowered added to it. It may be refunded after I do some updates, which means you may end up with a bunch more points back, because that was 10 XP each. So you may have 50 XP back after I clean it up.
Okay, sounds good.
Would that include Bolt and Womp for that as well?
It will, but that's me seeing if I can make it work. If I can't make it work, then you pay the XP cost.
Right, okay, yeah.
Because I've just been cleaning everything up to make it work better.
Yeah.
In as a thing, I have actually reduced down the files in the background. So as we're going to be talking about upgrading characters, I might actually close off the session and go to offline for that.
Yep.
Okay,
Okay, so we'll go to end credits.